Go through the definitions, what you have learned in the last class. Just go through it. Annuity, present value. What are the terms related to annuity? What are the values we learned? Just go through it. In annuity, what are the things we learned? So in annuity, we learned new terms, isn't it? Annuity means, what is meant by annuity? It is the payment. It is a sequence of payments, equal payments made at the equal intervals of time. It is a sequence of equal payments made at equal intervals of time. And what are the terms we learned related with annuity? Periodic payments. What is meant by periodic payments? Periodic payment means the amount we pay after each regular interval of times, isn't it? After a particular time gap, what is the amount we are paying? The size of each payment is called the periodic payment. And payment period is, it is the time gap between two successive payments. The time gap between the two successive payments only we call it as payment time. Next is term. What is term? It is the time taken from the beginning of the payment to the last payment. Okay, it is the term. Then we learned about amount. Amount is otherwise called future value. And what is the formula we have learned for amount? What is the formula for amount? Amount is equal to, Aishwarya, can you give the formula? Amount of regular annuity is given by?
P into 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to n.
That is compound interest, isn't it? Amount of regular annuity. In annuity, what is the amount we have learned? Amount is equal to? Aparna?
Ma'am, R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 divided by I.
Yes. Amount is equal to R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 by I. What is R? R is the amount payable at the end of each period. Okay, that is what we call it as amount or future value of an regular annuity. Okay, and we learned about different types of annuities. Annuity based on the payment term. Based on the payment term, we divided it into three types. What are the three types, Tomlin? What are the three types we have learned based on the payment term?
Ma'am, annuity certain.
Annuities.
Like
Contingent annuity.
Contingent annuity.
And perpetual annuity. Isn't it? Annuity certain means till which period you have to pay. We will be knowing that from the first date to the last date. If we know, we call it as annuity certain. And contingent annuity means we don't know when it will get over. Okay. And what about perpetual annuity, whose payment begins at a fixed period but continue forever? It will not be ending, it will be going on. That one we call it as perpetual annuity. And based on the time of period, we classified that into three types, isn't it? Annette, can you give the three types? Classification of the annuity based on the payment period, time of payments.
Ma'am, regular annuity,
Yes.
annuity due, and deferred annuity.
Yes. Regular annuity means which is paid at the end of the payment period. If it is paid in the beginning of the annuity period means we call it as annuity due. And deferred annuity means the first payment is postponed for a certain time period. Then it is called deferred annuity. And we learned the formula for present, future value and present value. Okay. Aditya, Satyan, can you give the formula for the present value? Aditya, give the formula for present value. Okay, Karthik, give the formula for the present value.
R into 1 minus 1 plus I whole raised to negative n by I.
P is equal to present value is equal to R into 1 minus 1 plus I whole raised to minus n by I. I is the interest rate. Okay, I is the interest rate for one payment. N is the number of times. R is the amount we are paying. Okay, so now based on this, let's do the problem. Write the question. Write the question. find the amount of regular annuity. Find the amount of regular annuity of rupees 5,000. Find the amount of regular annuity of rupees 5,000. Find the amount of regular annuity of rupees 5,000 payable at the end of each year. Payable at the end of each year. Payable at the end of each year. Payable at the end of each year for 3 years. For 3 years. Apply this. 8 students. Sir. Okay, so write the question, children. Find the amount of regular annuity of rupees 5,000 payable at the end of each year for 3 years at 10% per annum. At 10% per annum, compounded annually. Compounded annually. So go through the question and first you write down what are the things given and what you have to find. Find the amount of regular annuity of rupees 5,000 payable at the end of each year. That means we are paying it once in a year, isn't it? And for 3 years at 10% per annum compounded annually. Rate of interest is also given for annual rate of interest, isn't it? It is given 10% per annum compounded annually. So find the amount of regular annuity. We want to find the amount. Then what else is given? How much amount we are paying at the end of each year? It is 5,000. So R is 5,000. R is rupees 5,000. At the end of each year for 3 years. So N is 3. And what is the interest rate given here? Interest rate is given as 10%. So 10 by 100. So which is same as 0.1. So now apply the formula. What is the formula? Amount is equal to, what is the formula? R into, yes, repeat the formula again and again. So it will become by heart for you. Amount of annuity is equal to R into, what is the formula in it? Amount is equal to
R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 by I.
So substitute the values here. 5,000 into 1 plus I. 1 plus 0.1 whole raised to 3 minus 1 by 0.1. So it is 5,000 into 1.1 the whole cube minus 1 by 0.1. So that is 5,000 into. So what is 1.1 the whole cube? Find out. What will be 1.1 the whole square? What is 11 square?
121.
121. So what is 1.1 the whole square? It is 1.21 into 11, isn't it? Into 1.1. Find it out. 1.1 the whole cube.
1.331.
1.331 minus 1 by 0.1. Simplify this and find the answer. You'll get the amount. Okay, you have to write the units. Amount is equal to.
$16,550.
Yes, children. Yes, correct, Karthik. 16,550. Shubham, are you getting this answer, Shubham? Tomlin,
Yes, ma'am.
are you getting this? Is it okay?
Yes.
If the numbers are small numbers, no need to. When the powers are smaller numbers, you can multiply it. If it becomes very big, you have to go for logbook. You have to use logbook. Is it clear? If you use logbook also, you'll get the same answer. 1.1 the whole cube. Is it needed to use log? Easy ways you can multiply, isn't it? So that's why we are multiplying here and finding. Is it okay, children? The same question you can use log value and you can find the expansions. 1.1 the whole cube, you can find it by using log. But the easy way is you can multiply and find out, isn't it? Is it correct, Aditya? Anila Mohanan. Anila Mohanan, is it clear? Shubham is not there. Shubham, I heard his sound now. Okay, write the next one. Write the next question. A bank pays 8% interest. A bank pays 8% interest per annum. A bank pays 8% interest per annum, compounded half yearly. 8% interest per annum, compounded half yearly. What equal amount should be deposited? What equal amount should be deposited at the end of each half year? What equal amount should be deposited at the end of each half year for 1.5 years? For 1.5 years, to get an amount of rupees 2,000, to get an amount of rupees 2,000 at the end of 18 months. At the
Ma'am,
end
can you
of,
repeat?
so till which point you wrote, Karthik? Till which?
What equal amount should be deposited?
What equal amount should be deposited at the end of each half year? What equal amount should be deposited at the end of each half year for 1.5 years? For 1.5 years, to get an amount of, for 1.5 years, to get an amount of rupees 2,000, to get an amount of rupees 2,000 at the end of 18 months. At the end of 18 months. To get an amount of rupees 2,000 at the end of 18 months. So read the question and check what are the values given, what we have to find. Tell me what is given and what to find. First you read the question and find out. So read the question. A bank pays 8% interest per annum. Okay, 8% interest per year, but compounded half yearly, isn't it? It is interest is calculated for half yearly. So what will be I?
4%.
It is 4%. Is it clear, children? 8 by 2%. We are dividing it by 2. Why? It is calculated for half yearly, 2 times. So 8 by 2, it is 4%. That is same as 4 by 100. It is same as 4 by 100, which is 0.04. Is it correct? What equal amount should be deposited at the end of each half year? So what equal amount should be deposited? That means what is the payment to be made at the end of each half year for 1.5 years to get an amount of rupees 2000 at the end of 18 months. So what is this 2000? Is it A or R?
A.
A, okay? It is, okay, we want the amount 2000 rupees. We want the amount 2000 rupees. For this, what is the amount we have to pay? We want to find the payment to be made. Okay, we want to find R. And how many times we are doing this? How many times this payment we are doing? We are doing it for 1.5 years, isn't it? Okay, and at the end of 6 months we are paying. So how many times we'll be paying this one?
6 times.
Is it 6? 1.5 years means
3.
3. Okay. Okay, Aditya. So n is 3. So now apply the value. A is equal to R into A is equal to R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 by I. So A is given as 2000. 2000 is equal to R into 1 plus 0.04 whole raised to 3 minus 1 by 0.04. So the next step what you can do, this 0.04 you can cross multiply. So 2000 into 0.04 is equal to R into 1.04 the whole cube minus 1. What was that? 8. So you'll get 18 is equal to R into 1.04 the whole cube minus 1. 1.04 the whole cube minus 1. Now find out what is 1.04 the whole cube. Then from there you find out what is the value of R.
R is equal to 125.
125. No. What is 1.04 the whole cube? What is 1.04 the whole cube?
Ma'am, I did a mistake.
Okay.
1.124864.
1.12486. That one you can round off it and you can make it like this. Okay, after decimal, 3 places is enough. So 80 will be equal to R into 1 minus 1.25 means it is 0.125. So what is R? 80 by 0.125. Simplify, you'll get the answer.
640.
Yes, it is rupees 640. So rupees 640 is to be paid. Rupees 640 is to be paid at the end of each half year. Okay, at the end of each half year, we have to pay rupees 640. At the end of each half year, we have to pay rupees 640. Finished? Is it okay? Aditya? Aditya, okay. Anila Mohanan? Is it clear, Anila Mohanan? Are you getting this answer? Anila Mohanan? Not able to hear. It is. Okay. Okay, children. Now write the next one. Find the present value of a regular annuity. Find the present value of a regular annuity of rupees 1000. Find the present value of a regular annuity of rupees 1000 payable for 3 years. Payable for 3 years at 12% per annum. Payable for 3 years at 12% per annum, compounded annually. Find the present value of a regular annuity of rupees 1000 payable for 3 years at 12% per annum, compounded annually. So write down what are the things given here. Read the question. Tell me what are the things given here. Find the present value of the annuity. So present value means what we have to find? P is equal to question mark, isn't it? Of a regular annuity of rupees 1000. So regular annuity. So payment is given. Payment is given as rupees 1000. Regular annuity of rupees 1000. Payable for 3 years. We have to pay the amount for 3 years. So N is equal to 3 years. Payable for 3 years at 12% per annum, compounded annually. So rate of interest is 12%. So which is 12 by 100, which is 0.12. Compounded annually. So we are paying the money also annually, and the interest is also given for annual rates. So what is the formula? We want to find the present value. Present value is equal to, what is the formula we have learned? Present value is equal to R into 1 minus 1 plus I whole raised to minus N by I, isn't it? 1 minus 1 plus I whole raised to minus N by I. So what is the present value? We don't know. So it is 1000 into 1 plus I, 1 plus 0.12 whole raised to minus 3 by 0.12. So it is 1000 by 0.12 into 1 plus 0.12. Okay, it is 0.12. 1 plus 1.12 whole raised to minus 3. 1.12 whole raised to minus 3. So what is the
Ma'am.
value? Yes.
Isn't it 1 minus?
Where, yes, yes. Here it is minus. This one minus. Here, there I wrote minus and then I. Okay. Now is it correct, Karthik? Now listen, children. We want to find 1.12 whole raised to minus 3. How will you find this? Use logbook. You have logbook with you, isn't it? So what you can do, you take this as x. Listen, children, before the next period, try to complete this one. 1000 by 0.12 into 1 minus x. We will find out x separately. What is x? X is equal to 1.12 whole raised to minus 3. So it will be log x. Log x is equal to minus 3 log of 1.12. So minus 3 into what is log of 1.12? So the characteristic value will be 0. 1.12. You have the log table, means from the log table you can tell me what is the value of 1.12. What is from the log book? From the log value you can tell what is the value of 1.12. 112. You take the log value from 112. Okay, I think the time up. The next period you come with the value and we'll be completing this question. Okay, find out the value of 1.12 whole raised to minus 3. Use your log book and find out. Okay, children, end the session now. Is it time up? No, isn't it? It's 1 o'clock. Ah, okay. I was looking that it is 12:45. Okay. So then we'll be able to complete it. Find out. Using your log book, find out the value. Find the have the logbook? Yes, do you have the logbook? Okay, from the log table. Class 11 is 7 maths. See, you have the table, means you find out the value from the table. Here it is not seen already. It is not seen on log table. Aishwarya, can you give the value? What is log of 1.12?
Ma'am, I don't have the log table.
Table you don't have.
I know, ma'am.
You can. What is the rate of interest? Money invested in Kisan Vikas gets doubled in 6 years, what is the rate of interest? How to do this? We are investing some amount, okay? It gets doubled. So here, it is not the future value and present value. It is not the future value and present value. Instead of that, okay, here we have to use, because the question is not find the amount, not about the annuity and all. It is about simply the amount, isn't it? How much, what is the rate of interest? So we don't know the principal. Let us take the principal to be P. And what is given about the amount? Amount, it gets doubled. So amount is 2P. And it doubles in 6 years. So time period is given as 6. We want to find the rate of interest. So what is the formula we have learned? Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to N. So amount is given as 2P. 2P is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to 6. So P will get cancelled. So we'll get 2 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to 6. Then how to find the value here? How will you find the value of R here? So you take power 1 by 6. 2 raised to 1 by 6 is equal to 1 plus R by 100. Okay, so 2 raised to 1 by 6 is 1 plus R by 100. So 2 raised to 1 by 6 minus 1 is R by 100. So what will be R? R is 100 into 2 raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. Rate of interest is 100 into 2 raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. If you are provided with the log table and log values, you can substitute the values and you can find out. Otherwise, you can stop with this. Is it clear? If the log book or something is given, you will be finding the values in decimal. Otherwise, you can stop with this. Okay? For the exam, listen, sometimes you will be given with log book. Or sometimes that value will be given. Log value will be given along with the question. Okay, last year 10th standard and all you might have seen root 3 is 1.7 like that. Sometimes the value will be given. Okay, so it depends on, okay, it depends. So accordingly you can do. If nothing is given, you can stop with this value. Okay, so we can continue in the next period in this session now. Thank you.